Hey everybody, it's May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you. So just real quick, I did in fact finish watching Star Wars Rebels. I'm really excited for Season 2 when that comes out, so I've set my DVR to record that. And I also finished Daredevil on Netflix, so I just gotta go finish the Clone Wars. I'm about halfway through that while I'm painting. So anyway, what I got done today is exactly what I wanted to. I got all the armor for the second Titan primed up. Again, white on the top, black on the bottom. Make it easier later on. The armor plates, so on. But I do have to fix my airbrush, try and get it working right so I can get these things airbrushed in a couple days of my day off. And then the rest of the night was spent on decals. First, I gloss varnished the entire model, and then set to work on decals. Here's where we're at with the Titan. Actually, it wasn't quite that bad. There's not as many decals as I thought there was going to be. So it was a bit of work, but it wasn't too bad. One thing I do have to say is that these decals that came with the Knight are absolutely fantastic. They're thick, but not too thick to repel the microsoot or the microsol. And there's absolutely no almost virtually no excess around the edge of the decal. There's no trimming to do. The clear part goes right up to the edge, and so you can get these very nice like right up to the edge decals here, like right here on the lower armor plates, and right here, and they fit in there with almost no effort, and it's just absolutely fantastic how they come out. So these decals are just probably some of the best decals I've ever worked with. So all the decal work is almost done. I still got to create a few more layers of microsol on this to get it to sit perfectly flat, but the rest of it's done. So you may ask why I'm using Imperial Fist symbol here on the shoulder pad. Well, and it's basically, if you go to the Imperial Knight Codex, the old one, not the one coming out next week, and you look at the pictures for the House Hawk Shroud, they actually have decals with laurel leaves and Imperial Fist shaped symbols here and down here. But those decals aren't included with the box. They were on the decal sheet that you could buy separately when the Knights first were released, which is no longer available. They do have versions of those in the new Titan box, so hopefully we can get a hold of those, or people who want those will get a hold. But for now, we just went with the Imperial Fist symbol down here on the tabard, and the big Imperial Fist symbol on the shoulder pad. That's not exactly where I want it, but it's kind of late now. It needs to be a little more centralized. So on the next one, it'll be a little better position. And then after that, I have to do the pin washing, which I'll do with oil paints, and then I have to do the base, which is probably what I'm going to do tomorrow night. So if you ever do decals on one of these, these two things right here are what you need. If you ever worked with decals, you need microsol and microset. They're available at most hobby stores. They're about $3 or $4 a bottle, and you'll use a lot more microsol than you do the microset. The microset is like adhesive. It's like an advanced adhesive for the decal, so you put this down on the surface before you put the decal down. That's why you don't use very much of it. But then the microsol is the good stuff. What this does is it actually soaks into and really softens the decal, and as it dries, it will shrink down and fit to the surface a lot easier. So you know, for any irregularities like around the rivets or rounded surfaces, like getting this flat decal to go on a curved surface, it will normally wrinkle up, but the microsol will do that. When you're using it though, you have to be very careful because it's going to make the decal very, very soft. So if you touch it all with the microsol on there that's wet, it's going to wreck the decal, so you have to be careful with it. But other than that, this thing is just coming along great. I should get this done almost, the biggest part is going to be waiting for the pin wash to dry. It's going to take 2 or 3 days because I'm going to use oil paints to do the pin washing. And then once that's dry, then they get its final dull coat. So I always use dull coat as my final varnish, and then I just have to do the base. So that's what I did tonight. And so what's going to be going on tomorrow night is I'm going to be working on the base for this guy, and making sure I get this last decal sitting smoothly on the surface, and then do the pin washes. None of that stuff will take very long because this guy has a very simple basing scheme, which is going to match his Imperial Fist bikes that I've done. And then after that, I'm probably going to get started on Night Titan number 2 with the details on the non-armor plates. And hopefully I'll also get my airbrush torn apart and working right, so then on Wednesday, on my day off, I can do the airbrushing on the armor plates for Titan number 2. Okay, so that's it for this update. I'm right at 5 minutes. Oh, I'm at 5.5 minutes, a little too much. So let's do the question for the day really super quick. Forgot to bring that up, sorry. And question 4, outside of the May Painting Challenge, what army or miniature range are you working on now? This doesn't really apply to me because I'm not doing the set challenge for May I'm not doing a set challenge, so this doesn't really apply. I'm just doing whatever I want every day. So, well, I'm already over 6 minutes, so this is going to be a real long video, longer than I wanted. So you can just bask in the glory of a Hawk Shroud Night Titan. I'll talk to you guys later.